What's going on, guys? It's Sensei Adam, and today I'm going to be breaking down everything that we learned about the new update from the Brawl Talk. I mean, this update is looking massive. They even said it's the biggest update in Brawl Stars history. And for good reason. There's so many new stuff, so many things are going to change. Like the box system is going to change, the upgrading system is going to change. There's 2 new game modes, and there's a new brawler, and much more. Like, it's just a lot of stuff to cover. And I'm going to be breaking down everything and making it as simple as possible for you guys in this video. And if you guys want to help out the channel, just smash that like button and leave a comment of what you thought of the update. But without further ado, let's just get started on digging what we learned on the Brawl Talk. First, let's talk about the new upgrading system and the Brawl Box system. They've done a massive overhaul of how we upgrade and get new brawlers. First off, there's no more chips or elixir. They're completely getting rid of that. And what they said they're gonna do is all the elixir that you spent so far is gonna get refunded to you, so you can spend it all over again. But what you're gonna get back is something called a bolt. But on the Reddit, they did change the name to it, and it's gonna be called a token. So it's gonna be called a token and not a bolt. And these tokens are the new currency to upgrade your brawlers. But the difference between them and the old elixir is that from boxes, from what I understood, is your bolts are only gonna be usable in specific characters. And you can get like higher level upgrades from boxes. Say like you can get the level 6 upgrade unlocked from a box. So you no longer have to like upgrade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. If you get that 6th one from a box, then that stat is max. You no longer need to like keep upgrading it. And they also made it so you can upgrade 6 times per branch. Like right now you can only upgrade 5 times like your health and your attack, but now you can upgrade 6 times. And as for your chips that you have right now, they're going to be converted into gems. Now on the Brawl Talk, they didn't give exact specifics, but on the Reddit, the official Brawl Stars team did post that the conversion rate for chips to gems is going to be 1 to 3. So every chip is going to be worth 3 gems once the update rolls out. Now in my opinion, that's kind of low, because right now you usually get like 1 chip per box on average, and a box costs 10 gems. So for all those boxes you opened before, now you're only gonna get like 3 gems for that. And it kinda doesn't seem fair. Like, that conversion rate seems way too low. So I would say this now: if you have a lot of chips, spend them now on like a high brawler, like a mythic or legendary, because if you get a low amount of gems for it, like, you're just gonna have wasted all of those chips. And the next thing that they're going to add to every single character is everybody's going to have a unique special ability. And if you play any other MOBA game, these are usually called passives. Like, you don't have to do anything, but that ability is always there. And they look amazing, and they give every brawler like a unique ability. Like, here are a few of them that they released when they were talking on the Brawl Talk. Colt runs faster, like passively. Jessie, if you shoot her turret, it heals the turret. Spike's super heals himself if you stand on it. Tara summons an alien, just like Nita's bear. And Shelly has a pet, but the thing about that is, on the Reddit they said they didn't have enough time to finish Shelly's pet, so they're gonna just give her another ability instead. And Bo, this one's big, especially on that map Snake Prairie. You can see on grass a lot further. They said it's 5 tiles that you can see across bushes, which is insane. It's a lot of range. So he's going to be a must play on Snake Prairie and the showdown map Feast or Famine. He's going to be able to see everybody that's in the middle of the map. The one thing though that's kind of a bummer for the special abilities is that they said for you to unlock them, you have to max out your brawler, which is just going to increase the gap between like people that spend a lot of money and people that are free to play. Because if you max out your brawler, you get an even bigger boost than people who don't spend money. But for the special ability themselves, they look dope and they look really fun, and it's going to add a whole new dimension to the game. But now let's talk about what you get in the boxes for the new system, because you no longer get chips or elixir. Instead, you're gonna get either those tokens, which each one can be used for a specific brawler and for specific abilities. So you're probably gonna get like Jessie level 4 attack. So that means your damage is instantly gonna be level 4 for Jessie, and you don't have to upgrade level 1, 2, or 3. That's what I got from the box system. And the second thing that's really interesting is that there's no longer gonna be duplicate anything. So you're no longer just gonna get a million duplicate brawlers, like duplicate El Primos, duplicate Colts like you get right now. And I kind of don't know how that's gonna work out for them, because say you've unlocked like everything, so does that mean like your next thing is gonna be like a guaranteed legendary? Like say you've unlocked everything that isn't legendary, so everything after that's gonna be guaranteed legendary? Like, I don't know. But that system's really good for the free-to-play players, but I don't know how much Supercell's gonna like it because it's not good for their wallets. And one thing that I kind of picked up, if you guys look at the top right of the picture, it says that El Primo's a rare character. So that means they increase his rarity, and that's like a little sneak peek that they put there. And I don't know how many people caught it, but I certainly caught it. And then the next thing that you can get in Brawl Boxes are going to be tickets. Now these are going to be your entry into the 2 new game modes. They said they're going to be unranked, so they're not going to be for trophies, because they don't want to have to worry about balancing the brawlers for it. They just want to have it be for fun. And the 2 new game modes they said on the Brawl Talk are going to be called Boss Brawl and Co-op Survival. But on the Reddit, they did say that they already changed the name, and these are the new names. Robot Rumble is going to be the survival with your friends, and that's the one that you saw the sneak peek earlier for with the robot. And the Monster Hunt is the boss battle. Now these 2 game modes seem incredibly fun, and I can't wait to play them. From what I got, the Monster Hunt, which is the boss battle, is a 5v1 game mode, and one player gets selected to be this giant boss, and he has a ton of health. It looks like it's at least 10 to 15 times the normal health, and then he has probably a ton more damage than everybody else, and his range is massive compared to the normal character. And then he basically has to survive for as long as possible and trying to just kill all of the smaller 5 people that he's going against. And I can already tell there's going to be a bunch of strategy to this game mode, especially who you pick before you even start the game. Because for me it seems like bulky tanks and like medium range characters are probably the best to be the monster, because their normal range is going to get increased and they do a good amount of damage. But if you want to just test your luck and go for the attacking side, it's better to probably have a long range character who can snipe the boss without getting in too close and getting killed over and over again. But I feel like the long range characters probably aren't good at being the boss, so if you pick him and you get to be the boss, you're probably going to die really quickly. And then the second game mode is the Robot Rumble, which is the co-op survival they were talking about. And this mode is basically just like a zombies game mode, where a bunch of endless waves come at you and you have to try to survive as long as possible. But the objective is to defend the safe. You saw that they had a safe in the back, and that's basically your health. You have to defend it, and you can't let the robots destroy it. And they said it gets very hard very fast, so that's going to be a challenge. For me, just from a first glimpse at it, the best characters at it would be somebody like Bull or Shelly, who can get close to the robot and distract them, but while they're close to it, they can do a lot of damage really fast. So it's probably going to be like Primo, Bull, and Shelly. Those are probably going to be the best combinations for that game mode. But for me, my favorite game mode of those 2 is probably going to be the Monster Hunt boss battle, because it just seems really fun and really different, and it looks really cool. And like they said in the Brawl Talk, these game modes give out a lot of coins. So you'll be able to get a lot of coins and get even more ball boxes really quickly from these game modes. But you probably do have a limit of how many times you can play it, because they said you have to get chips in order to play these game modes. So you might not be able to play them too many times if you don't have too many tickets from your Brawl Boxes. But now guys, let's talk about the new brawler that they've been sneak peeking for like the last month. And that's the barrel bot. But his new updated name according to the Reddit is Daryl. And he's like this combination of Ricochet and Bull. Basically his attack is like Bull's. He has a shotgun, but not only one, two. So when you use your regular attack, you shoot both guns with like a 0.5 second interval. And then his super is extremely unique. It's like Bull's super, but with Ricochet's bounciness. Like you just start bouncing all over the place, and it lasts for a long time. Like it goes a really long distance, and it just looks really fun to use. But for analyzing him, in the Brawl Talk, Powerbank said he'd be good at Heist and Brawl Ball. But in my opinion, he probably wouldn't be that good at Brawl Ball, because if you use his super to try and get to the enemy, as an experienced Mortis user, like whenever I see like a Bull using his super to try to get to me, that's the perfect time to start dashing towards the goal. And if I have the ball as Mortis, and if somebody uses Daryl's super to try to get to me, I'm just going to start dashing towards the goal, because there's going to be one less person to defend, since Daryl's just going to be bouncing around all over the place. But I do think though he's going to be good at smash and grab, at being a gem carrier, because he has a lot of health, and if he gets low, he can just use a super all the way back to your spawn, and you're just gonna be home free with all those gems. But now let's talk about something that a lot of people have been waiting for a while and requesting for a long time, and that is friendly battles. Now this feature, I'm loving it. Like they did a lot more than I thought they were gonna do with the friendly battles. And one of the things that you're going to be able to do is play any map, even the ones that aren't in the current rotation. So let's say the current rotation is something like Star Gold, Shooting Star, and Kaboom Canyon. If you guys want to play something else with your friends, you guys can. You can play any map that you desire in friendly battles. And you can play any showdown maps with your friends, which is another cool feature. And I think this feature is probably going to be overlooked by a lot of people, but it's really good for like something like esports, where they can organize a tournament with friendly battles, and it just opens up the game to a whole nother level of competitiveness. Next up, we have the changes to game lobbies and game rooms. Now a lot of people have been asking for them to revamp the game lobby system, and they finally delivered. Now what you're going to be able to see in a game lobby is you're going to be able to see how many coins you've earned from the event so far. So you don't have to leave your game room to check how many coins you've earned. And the best thing is you're going to be able to switch game modes from the game room. No longer having to just disband the game room and form a whole nother room. And that's basically it for all the giant stuff coming to the big update. But now let's talk about some miscellaneous stuff that's also going to be important to the update. First off, they're going to give you a lot of coins for reaching milestones. Like say you reach 1,000 trophies, 2,000. Every time you reach a milestone, you're going to get some coins. And it's also going to be retroactive, which means say right now you're at 5,000 trophy. Every single milestone that they create between 0 and 5,000 trophies, you're going to get on the day of the update. And on the Brawl Talk, you might have heard that they said, oh, spend your coins if you have 9999. But on the Reddit, they said they're going to increase the coin cap. I don't know how much, but they said even if you have 9999 coins, you won't have to spend them now. You can spend them on the update. So there's a tip for you guys. So you don't have to spend your coins right now if you have max coins. Just save them for the update to get all the new stuff. And then they said they're going to have a whole new leaderboards, and I don't know what that means, so we just have to find out. And then third thing is that the whole UI, or the user interface, is going to change. Like they said they've made everything look a lot nicer and a lot better. So when the update does come out, the whole interface should look completely different according to them. And then the last three things that they didn't mention in the Brawl Talk, but they did mention in other sneak peeks, and those are: number one, you're going to be able to see everybody who's online in your band. But my theory on that is they're probably going to put an appear offline button, so if people want to appear offline, they can, like in other consoles like Xbox and PS3, but that's just my thought. Secondly, if you guys didn't notice from every single picture and post that they put in the Brawl Talk, everybody's stats is going to be increased by 400% or times 4. And they said it's because they want to make it easier to balance. Like now they can make even more precise numbers since there's 4 digits for them to work with instead of just 3 on most brawlers. And then lastly, they're going to add a name change option, but you can only use it once. And after you use it, you can't use it again. So yeah guys, let's just quickly go over everything I just talked about that's going to be in the next update. There's going to be a revamp to the upgrading system, and there's no longer going to be any chips or elixir, which are going to be replaced with tokens, and your chips are going to be gems. Each character is going to have a special ability or a passive, and all of them are going to have unique abilities. The new boxes are going to drop tickets, brawlers, and the tokens used to upgrade the brawlers, and they can no longer drop any duplicates. The 2 new game modes are called Robot Rumble and Monster Hunt. In Robot Rumble, you survive waves of AI robots, while in the Monster Hunt, it's a 5v1 game mode where one person becomes a giant person and their health doesn't regenerate, and then the 5 people have to try and take them down. We have a new brawler called Daryl. He holds 2 shotguns. His primary attack shoots both of them in like a 5-second interval, and his super makes him bounce around, and it's like Bull's super with Ricochet's attack combined. And then we also get friendly battles, and you can play on any map you want. And we also get a rework to the game room, where you can see how many coins you've earned, and you can just switch game modes without having to leave the room. And then we also have some miscellaneous changes like I mentioned before, like you get some milestone coin rewards for reaching some trophy levels, new UI changes, so the whole game is going to look a lot more different. You're going to be able to see who's online in your band, and everybody's stats is going to be increased by 400% so they can balance better. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked my detailed summary of everything I learned on the Brawl Talk and everything that's going to come out on the update. I hope there's also some other stuff coming out, like some balance changes, because they haven't done those in like a while. I even made a video of my suggestion on balance changes. I'll link to that below. But other than that guys, the update looks so awesome. I'm so hyped. Like so many things are going to change, and this is in fact the biggest update Brawl Stars ever seen since, well, it was released. And if you guys haven't seen my previous video on the update, I predicted that the update's going to come out on Monday. And that's because Supercell usually updates their games on a Monday. And Monday is the end of the season, so it's just a perfect time for them to update the game. And once the update does release, I'm going to update a lot of videos showing all the newest features, and I'm going to do a massive box opening with all the coins that I have saved up. So make sure to subscribe to catch all of that. And peace.